For today's video, I'll demonstrate how to calculate the flow rate or the rate of administration of intravenous fluids or medications as required to be given by the veins. So here we've got a patient who requires to receive 0.5 liters of dextrose 5% to be given over 12 hours. This needs to keep running. The 0.5 liters needs to keep running for 12 hours. But what speed can we set this fluid to run to make sure that it will end after 12 hours or exactly at 12 hours? So what I've done here is I've also introduced the commonly used infusion pumps in hospital setting, and this is our dextrose over here. Dextrose is the same as glucose, and that's 5% is the concentration, and this is a total of 500 mils. One thing I point out is that students sometimes when they're calculating the rate, they get too concerned about the percentage, which is here sitting here as a concentration, which is 5%. This one doesn't really have to worry you when you're calculating the rate. All you need is your volume and time. That's what you need. So we need the time and we need the volume, and not to worry about the percentage over there. If you look at this pump that we normally use here, it actually tells you the rate needs to be in mils per hour. So whatever we do, the answer should be in milliliters per hour. So in this case scenario here that we got is we'll use the formula that we normally use to calculate the rate. So the rate, which is normally in milliliters per hour, is volume divided by time. And the volume always needs to be in milliliter, and the time needs to be in hours. So in this scenario that we got here, we got our volume here as 0.5 liters. Again, remember, like I mentioned at the beginning, we can't use liters to calculate. This one needs to be changed to milliliters. How do we do that? We need to come and say 0.5 liters times 1,000. And this should give us the 500 milliliters that we want to work with, and this will be our volume in this case scenario. So our time will be, as given over here, is 12 hours. So our time becomes now 12 hours. Because it's in hours, we don't have to do anything. Therefore, we'll come and work with the formula which says rate is equal to volume over time, whereby our volume is 500 milliliters, and we'll divide this by the 12 hours that has been provided already. And then because you're allowed to use your calculators, if you're to use your calculators here, divided 12 by 12 is 1, by 500 here, you end up with 41.667. So this becomes 41.667, and then you can round up this one and will give you 42 mils per hour. And this becomes your answer over here. And this means that every hour, the patient will receive 42 mils of this dextrose. Therefore, if we keep on giving 42 milliliters per hour, after 12 hours, we should be able to infuse the 500 mils as required. And that becomes your answer.